going on? It is Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Good morning and welcome to our Wednesday, February 11th show. Could I get a roll tide inside the comment box? What's up, fam? You guys doing okay? You know, I was listening to before I got on the show, and then literally when I started the show, I got something flew into this right eye. Literally as I pressed live, something like, but I was singing through the wire, do 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 do, all the chance to be with you, I gladly it all. I look like Tom Cruise on Vanilla Sky. It was televised, right? Remember when that album came out? Man, shoot, through the wire. Welcome to today's program. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Get active inside the comment box. Say good morning. If you guys caught Wake Up Bama, appreciate you guys' support on that front. And, we'll have a good show today right here on February 11th. Remember, this weekend, Valentine's Day, right? So what do we got? Valentine's Day is when? The 14th, right? Yeah, Saturday. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Valentine's on a Saturday. So, if you're out there, you want your chocolates, you want your strawberries, you want your flowers. The flowers are the most important thing. And then you can, flowers and card, and then you can kind of just layer up, depending. Man, but for all those, single people out there, what do you do on Valentine's Day, right? It's kind of like a normal day, right? I don't know. Yeah. So. Don't forget, if you have your other half, treat them right? Treat them right. A good one is just washing the car, right? Making dinner, those type of things. All right, so don't forget. All right, and tonight we also have Alabama basketball taking on Ole Miss, right? Alabama basketball. Let's see what time that game is, just to double check. It's at 6. Okay. Yeah, 6. So you out the gates by like 8:30. Okay, so watch along tonight for the basketball game. We'll see how they do, right? We got 18 on. Let's see if we can get to 20. 20 for our Wednesday show. That would be good. A good indicator. All right. Kings Fan React. What's up, man? Good to see you, Todd. Good morning. I appreciate you being here. We'll do some shout outs in a minute. So the big announcement this morning, man, isn't it? It's always I love it because all the news comes out around 9 to 9:30 or 2 p.m. to 3. And those are like really good hours, right? So I saw this morning that A-Day is coming, they announced it for April 11th at 1 p.m. And so, yeah, we're happy about that, right? Yeah, A-Day, Alabama practice, right? We good. But I was thinking about this. They didn't, but the reporters were quick to point this out. They spot everything. They said on the release that there was no mention of a game. So I was like, oh man, that's right. And so who can remember? So we were talking yesterday, and I asked you guys. I was like, "Who is here? Who came here and watched that?" I did. I went up to the stands and I watched it, and I filmed it, and it was like it was a practice. Are you? What is your excitement level to go watch like a practice on a scale of 1 to 10? Like if you're, okay, let's say you're in LA, right? You're down in Mobile. I don't know. You're in Fairhope, right? Dothan. Are you driving up? If you're in Huntsville, if you're in Northern Alabama, right? Gadsden, I don't know. Are you driving down? King's family, are you driving in from Georgia for like whatever that was last year? Right? Are you coming for that practice or whatever format it was? Because I'm telling you, I'll go because I'm here, right? And I'll just like roll to the game. But I don't know, man. Like it was weird. It didn't feel, there was no Like the difference between and hopefully they're able to like hear the voices of people talking about this right now, because here's what I would say to like all the people that are running this, okay, as just a measly fan on the bottom of the totem pole. I would say this: last year my experience was there was no continuity between the fans and like what was happening. Of course, you have to pay to get on the field and get autographs or whatever. But there was no, like, it didn't feel, there was no togetherness. It was just like, it was real discombobulated. There was like the fans, the team. It was weird. In the past, I felt like A-Day, like making it an actual game atmosphere, you had a game environment, right? The fans were excited. People were cheering. You had like different things. You know what I think they should do? I think they should completely revamp the format and make it interactive, like with the fans. So look, if you don't want to have an actual game, okay. And I would say they're not going to have a game. I wouldn't like get excited and be like, yeah, there's going to be like a beanie weenie, state game. There's not. Okay. There's just not. It's going to be like some sort of a Frankenstein practice. But what I would say is what you could still do is maybe have a small practice or whatever it is, but make it like interactive with like, the community, like build it up. And like I was saying a couple weeks ago, one of the things that you could have, even if you don't have like a practice or whatever, have like the tug of war, right? Offense versus defense, right? Have like the fastest man, right? Have Coach DeBoer race the top guy from Yale, Alabama, who's the top donor. Like, do fun stuff like that. At the end, have like a karaoke with the team and the players. Like, make the fans fall back in love with the team, right? I think there's like too much division. I don't think like autographs are enough, right? Yeah, call a trick play, right? Call a play, something like that. And I think that's like what fans need and they want. And they still need these other experiences, but it doesn't feel like a game atmosphere because it used to be like that. And there's a lot of people that quite simply can't afford a $500, $600 ticket for one person during the season. So this is their opportunity to come in and see a game. You could still charge, right? But I think there's the main goal. If I was like on a think tank team, I'd be like, okay, how do we make this the best experience for the fans, right? How can we like make this for the fans with the team? And I'm not thinking just the autographs is like the best way to do it. Like you got to be, and why not have it like at night? Have it at night. Have the game at night under the lights, right? Have a cool atmosphere, have a DJ, right? Make it exciting. Make it worth it. Like give the fans who you're begging and pleading for like money to support your program, give them one day of just like a royal carpet experience. Like, the first 1,000 fans get to, go into the locker room, The first 5,000 fans get a DeBoer mask, The first 10,000 fans, get a whatever. Get the first 10,000 fans get an ice cream cone, a free ice cream. There you go, right? Ballard Sports, what's up, dog? Good to see you. I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, I want to get excited about A-Day, and I'm going to be there. But make it exciting, man. Do something and make it great. Make A-Day like something very special because I think the fans need it. And I think that'll continue to help DeBoer and his staff kind of mesh, right? How about this? Do a lottery to ask Ryan Grubb a question, right? You have every once in a while you go like the fans get to ask questions to the team or the coaches or something like that. So, man. And see, like, King's family, huge fan, right? He says he wants to get back to, like, a game, right? Is that what you're saying, King's family? And and the only reason I'm coming up with these other ideas, to be clear, is because they're not going to have a game. They're just not. And you're like, well, why? Why aren't they going to have a game? Why do they not want to have a game? And I think, honestly, it's because these are pro players now. So what's happening is, think about the way to like conceptualize this. I think, like, for me, is this is the Pro Bowl. Remember when the Pro Bowl used to be like something? It's the exact same thing. Pretty soon, A-Day, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like flag, right? This is the exact same thing. The Pro Bowl used to be something, and then they were like, you know what? The guys are getting hurt. And now that Alabama is paying major money, millions, right? Remember, think about all the players that didn't play last year. Ryan Williams, you think he's going to play again in a spring game? No way, right? The top tier guys, think about it last year. This is important. Last year, they said there was a bunch of guys that just sat out, right? And Rex is asking a good question. Who said that we weren't having a game? Well, the university didn't say they were having a game. They just said A-Day's back. But all the reporters are like, there's no game. So I don't think there's going to be a game. Tony asked a good question too. Do they get paid to play games like NFL? You'll never see those contracts. That's a really good question. I think that within, the framework of some of the contracts is that they are incentivized. The players get I would imagine that the players have to be targeted. They have to get so many carries within their contracts. Ballard Sports says this about this spring game. He says this: spring game are the NCAA equivalent of the pro. Exactly, bro. It doesn't count. Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we're going. It's just going to be like a flag type of event. There's going to be no spring game, and it's going to be to save the players, and that's where we're at. But the good news is there's no transfer portal, right? There's no transfer portal window at the end. So theoretically, if you wanted to have a game, you could. You could have it on ESPN. You could do all that sort of stuff. Remember how cool it was? Think about what it used to be. Remember, it used to be like here, and ESPN, like their staff would be with the coaches, and they would be talking to them as they were like playing the game. Mike Gill says, look, bottom line, college ball has changed forever. It's really sad, and so we're going to gain some things, right? We're going to lose some things from the past. Okay, this is a good question. What have we lost? We lost like A-Day, like a real game environment, right? Wesley says this. He's like, you said it. Due to the NIL era, the fan experience has changed from communal to corporate. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. You'd be lucky to have a pizza party. Patriot Life says, people have a way of ruining everything. Yeah, see, Patriot Life, that was the thing, bro. It was a great, event. Rex chimes in and says this: all I know is Georgia and Notre Dame games are scheduled. You know what would be interesting? Are we against this idea? Because they do a little bit of this in the NFL, like OTAs, right? What if you had, and I know this has been tossed around a couple times. I think, who was it? Was it Colorado and Syracuse? Was it Syracuse they were trying to scrimmage? Would you be for or against? And look, all the players, the players didn't have to play or whatever it was. But would you be against like Alabama scrimmaging, I don't know, UAB or a bigger team? How about this? How about a spring game against one of the bigger tier teams? How about like an Ohio State? Why not have them come in and it's a spring type game and it doesn't count towards the season? That might be interesting because then it can't hurt you, right? But you're still getting that elite level practice. That could be interesting. It would be it would be a sellout. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting. And look, it wouldn't be like, maybe there was to be some guys and everybody would know, like, oh, this guy didn't play, this guy didn't play. But it would be interesting if you played somebody. I think fans would be down for, a game against, I don't know, South Alabama or something like that, just to see like a game. But wouldn't it be interesting is now, because there's no point to play Ohio State during the season. There's just not. That game needs to be canceled immediately. But during a spring game, that might be interesting. I don't know, right? Have a home and home, like spring type deal. I don't know. How about this? Since you only have, since each team kind of wants a spring game, how about you send up the defense to Columbus and the offense plays, Ohio State's defense? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, Alabama Post says it had to be, it makes sense. Okay. How about like, what if like Georgia Tech came over here? Right? Just thinking like outside the box, just like different ways that you could still make it interesting by still playing a game if they don't want to play like against each other. I don't know. I think the whole point is they don't want guys to get injured. But if you look at it, all the guys were injured. Most of the guys that were injured last season, I guess we'd have to think about this. Most of the guys that were injured last season, weren't they all hurt at practice anyways? You're going to get hurt. It's just practice. I think Cignetti was saying like the way that he coaches, they don't have a lot of full contact practices, which is very common at college, right? Like you have maybe like one full contact day, maybe. The same thing with the NFL. Yeah, so I don't know, just thinking about it. But what we know, the things that we know is that A-Day is scheduled for April 11th. That's a Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's all we know. We know that last year was a practice. The rumor is it's going to be a practice again, but that has not been confirmed. So it could be a game, right? We don't know. But I guess the good thing is it's an opportunity to watch Alabama football regardless of what it is. Because if they take that away, then you're like, man, it would be cool if they did kind of some open camps like they do in the NFL. Right? You could go watch them like, I don't know, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, and they would like be scrimmaging a couple teams or whatever. However they do it in the NFL. It seems to work, and there seems to be fans that go to these type of things. And see, I think that was the other thing. 33 is like when that transfer portal window was on the back end, you really couldn't have the game because people were just watching on TV and then be like, yo, all right, I want number 33. I want number 82. I want number 15. But now there's no transfer. The next transfer portal window is next year, right? Yeah, and look, I'm for that 100%. I just think that this isn't going to happen. Hacker Music says this, just playing devil's advocate, it's sometimes dangerous to play inferior competition where somebody takes your knee out. A controlled practice with another team is more likely. Yeah. How about that? Just like how about this idea? I'm just throwing out ideas now. And if you're just joining us, A-Day scheduled for April 11th, 1 p.m. Central Time. We don't know if it's going to be a game. The rumor is there's not going to be a game. It's going to be like a practice. That hasn't been confirmed. The only thing that's confirmed by the University of Alabama is A-Day, April 11th, 1 p.m. That's all we know. How about this? How about like for the next 3 days of practice? How about, okay, spring camp is what, like 4 weeks? Something like that, 5 weeks? How about starting weeks 3, 4, and 5? Teams come in. Like, Troy is going to be here from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and they're going to be practicing against each other. There's going to be a couple open windows for fans. And then on the 4th week of spring practice, South Alabama is going to be here, right, for a couple days. And then on the last week, It's going to be still like a practice session, but Georgia Tech is going to be here, for a couple days. So that's kind of the lineup. Troy, South Alabama, and then Georgia Tech. And you get to practice against other teams, all situational and all controlled, right? You keep everybody up for the most part, maybe shells or something like that. But you get to go offense, defense, and kind of some special teams and kind of work against other competition. That could be interesting, right? Does everybody like that idea? So that's 3 weeks, 3 weekends of like playing a different opponent, practicing against a different opponent. Yes, and Rex, they did have autographs last year. So I think it was after the game, if you were a member of Yale, Alabama, you got to go on the field and do like the whole autograph stuff. I'm sure it'll be that way again. I don't know. That could be cool. I was thinking, because then you get real live practice. Chef says, do you think Alex Osbroff will be the punter? I don't, personally. I think the punter that they have coming in from Northern Alabama will be the punter. But there has to be competition, right? I mean, they need competition everywhere. It's like, do we think Lorcan Quinn will be the kicker? I would probably say so, but he's got to win the job. I mean, the crazy thing about Connor Talty is Connor Talty started doing really well at the back end of the season. He gained like a lot of confidence. He gained like that pissed off confidence. But Adam Watford from North Alabama versus Alex Osbroff will be a position battle going into the season. Quincy, what's up, man? Quincy says this: change is always good. It would keep everyone healthy. Miss Nicole Covington, what's up? Good morning. We'll do some shout outs in a minute. Appreciate you guys being here. I hate that we wasted a year learning Russia. I don't know what that is. David Martin, what's up, man? All right. Okay, to recap, A-Day, April 11th, 1 p.m. Central Time. That's pretty much all we know. Rumor, it's going to be a practice that has not been confirmed. So, we'll just wait for more instructions from the university, right? Okay, let's see who's here this morning. And Hacker says, I hated limiting autographs to Yale, Alabama more than anything quite in a while. Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, man, right? We know what this is for. They don't care if you're 5 years old or 99. Pay me. Because we got to pay millions to these kids. All right. Good morning to Chris from New Jersey. Max Tooney, what's up? Dano, thank you for checking in. Miss Crystal Jones. We got Bulldog, Mississippi, who sent one Bama fan fundership. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Let's see. We have Broderick checking in. Thank you, Broderick. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for always rolling up. We have Miss Debbie Hanton. All right. We got Botrix. Thank you, Botrix, for being here in the morning. Really appreciate you. I don't even know what you do, Botrix, to be honest. I'm dead serious. I have no idea what's going on here. Robert Bradley Jr., what's up, bro? William, high note, man. Good to see you, and thanks for your energy always, bro. Patriot Life, man. Patriot Life. Man, it's got the nice white Bama cap on. It's clean. That's clean. Very clean for the springtime. I like it. We got King's Family Reacts. All right. Good to see you, man. Hope your kids are well. King's Family React. I saw him last year, remember? At the 8-day practice or whatever. We took a picture together. He rolled up. It was on the quad. It was cool. Yeah. Mask Up Daytona. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Tyler says, yo, what's up, man? Yeah, thank you. Michael Hill, good morning. Tyler, got 63 watching. Yep, something like that. Rocket Town, good morning, man. Good to see you. Marquise Washington, what's up, bro? Todd Tipton, my boy, Todd. Todd is a hell of an Alabama football fan, right? Got a lot of strong fans out here. Bulldog, Mississippi, love this, right? Miss Amanda Jane, she's asking for a tardy slip. You good? No worries. Byron, what's up, Byron? Yeah, Byron, you haven't sent me an email in a long time, dog. What's up, man? Send me some stuff. Ballard Sports, what's up? Good morning to you. Kedrick, what's up? Good morning to everybody. Tony Sosa, man, yo, Tony Sosa, what's up, bro? Remember Sammy Sosa? Remember, yo, how old? Remember what year was it? And how old were you? You don't have to say. But remember when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were like going head to head? What year was that? Let's look that up. Okay, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, home run race, right? Year. What year was that? Man, that was 1998. And Mark McGwire hit 70 and Sammy Sosa hit 66. Yo, remember how fun that was to watch? And I get it. The bats are corked and McGwire was juiced out of his mind. I mean, everybody was. But it was, do you remember going in like, I remember, and this was way before like the internet just like took over everybody's brain. But you would get the newspaper and you would watch and they'd have these like really cool graphics about, you know, like each player like kind of going head to head. Man, they were smashing it. Sammy Sosa's bat was so corked. And Mark McGwire was just dropping bombs. But it was a good year. It was fun. It was like, it was great. Do you remember this? I would imagine the ratings at that time were crazy high. Man, Mark McGwire. He was that was a good race. It was a steroid wars for sure. Everybody was just juiced out of their minds. Wow. Yeah. Remember his forearms? Rocky Town says McGwire. Oh yeah, Jose Canseco. Oh wow, Mark McGwire and Canseco played for the Huntsville Stars team before moving up. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Wow, that's what's up. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Ken. Like, I can't even imagine like what you were going through because St. Louis fans go hard, right? Like, I've been to a baseball game at the old stadium, and I was just blown away. I mean, great sports town, like super. I mean, Cardinals are everything to them, and so I can't even imagine at that point in time kind of experiencing that. Yeah, so I saw that. Even Barry Bonds. Yeah. Met Barry Bonds. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Anyways. All right. So, fam, as you know, Sleeper, great sponsor of the program. And I appreciate you guys supporting Sleeper. Today's show is brought to you by Sleeper. You can build your own daily fantasy picks. Follow along with my, picks if you want to. But you can use the promo code, which is tailgate. Just remember, past performances are not indicative of future results. Sleeper has also launched Team Picks. All right. Team Picks, where you can choose the winner of each game. For example, you could take Alabama versus Ole Miss tonight. That game is like on the slate, and you can pick who's going to win that game. All right, so it's another fun way to get involved with the Sleeper app. You got to use that promo code, which is tailgate when you download it. $20 by just downloading the app, and then you get, if you put $100, you get a $100 deposit match. So terms and conditions, of course, apply. Available in 25 states. Check it out. Sleeper now with team picks, and you got Alabama and Ole Miss. And on this particular screenshot, the app updates in itself. Alabama has 64% chance to win tonight against Ole Miss. So check it out, and I would appreciate you guys supporting Sleeper. All right, so I have a question. I started thinking about it, and we started to talk roster. We're probably like, a month away from actual spring practice, something like that. So what I'd like for you guys to do is post, and maybe let's get a list of like, I'll organize it. I'll type it out. Okay. But let's come up with 10 players that we're like sleeping on. All right. So, post a player that you think Alabama is, and I guess what we're looking for here, the criteria of this will be like, who's not getting enough notoriety, or who do you think is going to have like kind of a breakout scene? Okay. So you guys list them. I'm going to add them on the next screen, and then we'll talk about these players, during the show. So, okay. So we have, Dano is saying, okay, well, let me get to my screen where I could type. All right, let's see. Okay. So, who do we have? So we have, I think Dano said Max Sutter. Okay. Tight end. Okay. Okay. Who else do we got? Okay. Max Sutter, tight end. A new tight end, right? That has been introduced this year. He's a freshman. I think he's 6'6", probably like, I don't know what, 240. He played, man, he played wide receiver, defensive end. You know what? He even played quarterback. Okay. Wade says Noah Rogers, right? Okay. Wide receiver, NC State transfer. Okay. Kevin Riley. Okay. Ooh, good addition right here. Kevin Riley. Okay. All right. Who else we got? We'll make this a little bit larger. Okay. Okay, Rogers. We got 2 in for Rogers. Need a couple more. Oh, Max is saying Lorcan Quinn. Lorcan Quinn, kicker. Okay. Sutter, and then the next 9 tight ends. Yeah, that's what I thought, Daniel. I thought he did play quarterback too. Okay. Yeah, Max Sutter, great athlete, 100%. Okay. Anyone from the defensive side that you can think about? Any it could be a transfer coming in, a guy that's returning. Okay. Rex says A.K. Deer. All right. Running back. Rico Scott is a good name to mention, right? Nobody's talking about Rico. Nobody. Okay. These are all offense so far. Anyone from the defense? Oh, Broderick says Austin Mack. Okay. Okay, good. Ooh, Caden Jones. All right. Caden Jones, linebacker, QB. All right. Well, it looks like what we're going to do is, since we have enough here, what we'll do is we'll just add offense, and then we'll add defense. And then we will try to format this again to be the same size. Okay. Delete that. All right, so now we can go to the defensive side. So we're working on sleeper players, and let's see who we came up with on the sleeper side. So we got Caden Jones. Caden Jones. Did someone say Luke Metz, linebacker? Okay. Caleb Woodson. Okay. Yep, Miss Nicole says A-Day is scheduled for April 11th. Yep, we talked about that at the beginning of the show. Rex says Devin Tompkins. Okay. Okay, DL. Okay. Who else you guys got on the defensive side? Jari Edwards. Think we're sleeping on Jari? You're excited about him, right? Safety. Xavier Griffin. Okay, linebacker. Terrence Green. Okay, DL. All right. And is that okay? Oh, Kirkpatrick. Okay, so that's kind of a good starting point. Okay. I'll put just DB right here. Okay, so here's some names that have been brought up in terms of sleeper, and I'll just like guys that people might feel we're sleeping on, and Larry with the late ad of Zulu. I appreciate it, bro. But let's kind of like go through the list together and maybe like put some points out there, and then on Wake Up Bama, I'll put a little bit more context to it in terms of people we might be sleeping on or whatever. So kind of just starting on the offensive side about guys we're sleeping on. Max Sutter. Now Max Sutter comes in, and there's a ton of tight ends. It's funny to laugh at the amount of tight ends that Alabama has. But there's 2 different types of tight ends. There's almost 2 different positions, right? And I feel that you have your bigger tight ends, like a Josh Ford. He could be a name that we might be sleeping on. A bigger tight end. And not to say that these other balanced tight ends are small, because Caleb Edwards, Marshall Pritchett, and Max Sutter are pretty good sized kids, right? All in that 6'5", 6'6" range. Sutter's probably the lightest, and the lightest is probably like 240, right? Caleb Edwards might be a name to realistically add to this. I think that kid is exceptional. But the reason that people like Max Sutter is if you've watched his tape, he's all over the place, right? Miss Amelia, what's up? She says QB Reese, great addition for sure. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I think Alabama fans are kind of like, I fall into this category as well. I want a tight end that is very versatile, that can be dangerous when he's out there. I want someone more than a serviceable tight end, right? Somebody who can kind of have a takeover ability. And tight ends here haven't had that. We discuss that frequently. But a guy like maybe Max Sutter's, the future is bright. And if you caught Wake Up Bama this morning, I started thinking about it. And I was like, J.D. Piquel for On3 doesn't have Alabama set up best within the next 3 years. But then I started thinking about that. And it made me start thinking about where Alabama's at. And what I started thinking about was the Alabama offense. And I was like, damn. Over the next 2 or 3 years, Alabama's offense, if you can retain all those players, are going to be ridiculously good, right? Like the offense trajectory, should you retain and kind of retool, man, quarterback is set for like almost a decade, right? Running backs, what? Crowell, he's here for 3 years. So is Sutter, right? He's here for 3 years. I don't know. The recruiting has been so good that I think the next 3 years, I think, honestly, JD probably missed on having Alabama within the top 10 because of the recruiting foundational pieces that DeBoer has here. Now, keeping them is important. Can you do that? Maybe that's a challenge. I don't know. Okay, Noah Rogers came in from NC State as a transfer, and people say, they're sleeping on him. I would say it's because maybe he played in the ACC, and they're like, well, he didn't play in the SEC. I don't know if that's the main argument or not. I think the first thing that really stands out to me is he's similar size to Jeremy Bernard, but he's a little bit twitchier. And I think he comes in, and he's probably the third wide receiver right now. I got Ryan Williams, I got Lazier Brooks, and I got Noah Rogers or / Rico Scott. And that's going to just be a position battle. And those guys, I would imagine those four are your top receivers. However, I did recently hear Nakai Hill Green talking about Sadaria Morgan and was like, yo, this guy looks like he's already been a part of the team for like years. So maybe that's the first five, right? You also have Derek Meadows. Derek Meadows could be a name. I'm surprised you guys didn't mention Derek Meadows. Noah Rogers has a lot of experience, comes in. I think he'll fit well into the program, and I think he could be a guy similar to what Jeremy Bernard did here, which is a really huge compliment. But I think Noah Rogers provides a little bit more shake and bake. Kevin Riley, a guy that at the beginning of the season did great for Alabama, and then things kind of changed, and we didn't see too much of him, and then he broke his jaw. Kevin Riley's fast. He's probably the shiftiest back that we have, either him or AK Deer, right? So, and he was the first running back that the coaches turned to after Jam Miller was down. It wasn't Daniel Hill. It wasn't Jalen Washington. It wasn't, Richard Young. I think they tried Richard Young initially, but I think we all saw that he kind of lacked that speed. Now, Richard Young's at Colorado, and Kevin Riley is going into another year. I don't think he's definitely on the sleeper watch for sure. Lorcan Quinn. Man, this could be probably the biggest addition for Alabama in the transfer portal. This is points. Points on the board, right? You need good defense. You need good offense, right? You need good linemen. But if you don't have a quality kicker and a kicker with a real leg, somebody that can put you in a position to win games, somebody in a position to hit long field goals to give you momentum, you're cooked. Cooked. And I think Lorcan Quinn comes in, and that instantly elevates Alabama's special teams. It's going to be really nice to have Lorcan Quinn, if he can be an accurate kicker and have that leg, man, that's going to be great. AK Deer, everybody, feels that people are sleeping on him, that he didn't have opportunities last year. He didn't. I was like, man, remember there was a point during the season, I don't know when it was, but we are all thinking that AK Deer, remember he posted a picture on social media. And everyone's like, this is him. This is his year. Give it to him. Who was it? Oh, you know who it was against? It was before Oklahoma. Remember this when we were going crazy? He didn't play at all. He just posted a picture. Oh, man. I do feel that AK Deer, this guy, I do feel he's got it. Like, no gas up. I think AK's got it. I think he's loaded. He should be number 45. If my name was AK, I'd be 45, 100%. Right? Wouldn't you? Or 47, AK 47, AK 45. Yeah, I'd be 47. He should be 47, wouldn't you? AK 45. All right, Rico Scott, man. Okay, let me ask you a question inside the com box. Do you think that Rico Scott catches for more or less than 400 yards this year? More or less 400 yards for Rico Scott. Okay, I'll put it as a poll question. I know, right, Wade? I was like, what? 45. All right. Okay, I'm starting a poll. I don't know why this became the poll question. More or less 400 yards this season. All right. Oh, my goodness. I think I spelled season wrong. Jesus. All right. We're ending that poll. We're going to do it right. Okay. Starting a poll. Will Rico Scott catch for more than 400 yards this season? Yes or no? Oh, man, this is a tough one. I'm curious to see what you guys say. Cody, what you think, man? More or less, Rico Scott. Wow, so far, we're off to the races with 67% say more than 400 yards. I'm going to say less. I'm going to say he catches for like maybe 300. I would say maybe like 300 or less this year. I think Rico's got it. I think there's other guys on the team that are better than him. I would love to see it. I'm just going to say yes. Jeff says less. I don't know, right? He's good. He's great. Max I'm at 379. Cody has him for more. It's a good poll. 60-40 so far. All right, and people, and then Broderick, I think it was you, Broderick, right, brought up that we're sleeping on Austin Mack. Yeah, for sure. And I don't know why. Do you guys feel it's like, let's just be honest, okay? Let's be honest with each other. Okay? We're being honest, okay? Do you feel like you almost like you can't talk about Austin Mack? I feel like that. This is how I'm feeling. This is Kyle in the fields. I feel like I can't talk about Austin Mack. I feel like I can't highlight, what I like about him. Because I feel that the world just wants Keelan Russell to start. And the world just knows that Keelan Russell is better. And he's a 5-star. And all this sort of stuff to where you can't even talk about Austin Mack because it creates like division. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we have entered in a season. This is interesting. I don't know if we have entered in a season with a quarterback that doesn't have like a lot of support. I don't feel that Austin Mack has a lot of support from the fans. I think there's a lot of people that are just, our community here, I think, has voted for Keelan to start and feels that Keelan is going to start. But I think there's just a lot of people that are just like, we don't want Austin Mack to start. We want Keelan Russell to start. Dano and Max kind of point out that he can't move around the pocket that well in their observations. Daniel says that Keelan is just different. Lead War, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Danny the Great says Mac is good, but Keelan fits the team and the system better, right? Michael Hill says, honestly, I like to see him start. Who are you talking about, Michael? Are you talking about starting Keelan or are you starting Austin? J. Cole, what's up, bro? Appreciate you being inside the comment box, man. Thanks for being our spiritual, holding it down spiritually for us too, bro. J. Cole says this. If we don't start Russell, he's going to leave next season. Trust me, other programs going to go after him. Yeah, yep. See, this is where I fall into. I fall into with Hacker Music. I want the best guy to play, regardless of seniority. I'm not sure who has always been the case lately. I'm not sure that has always been the case lately. That said, the coaches can choose better than me. See, I'm with you. I think so too. I do feel that the last couple years, it's been more seniority, more about who has the locker room, more about who the players will follow. And this year, in this critical year, I don't know who has the locker room. I haven't really seen much from Keelan Russell and from like a leadership, and neither from Austin Mack. Like those guys just haven't been in that position yet, and I'm sure that is something that is happening right now. Because I think we can all agree the minute that the minute that Ty Simpson just entered the fourth quarter program, we knew who the leader was. You see what I'm saying? You know who the leader is. When Milroe, same thing, fourth quarter program, you know who was the leader of the team. I think when we go into the fourth quarter program now, you're like, who has the team? Are they behind? Like, who's got it? Who's the dog, right? I don't know. One of those guys I'm sure has it, and they've been quarterbacks before, and quarterbacks always come with a leadership role, right? I think sometimes if your quarterback isn't like a true leader, one of your top leaders of the team, you like what type of leadership do you really have? Now, that's the pressure that comes with the quarterback, in my opinion. Talking about sleepers on the defensive side, these are I asked you, you gave me the names. Now we're discussing them. Caden Jones, linebacker. Yeah, this is a guy who doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's got really good size and he's been here for a while, right? Kind of a veteran that hasn't seen the field. 6'4", 230 pounds, super athletic, a guy that will play and be fighting for that inside linebacker role. A lot of people, and we've discussed this many times, and there's other people out there that feel that guys with no experience that are now sophomores are going to start over Caden Jones and over Caleb Woodson. Who knows? Those sophomores are pretty dang good. Daryl Duke Johnson, Luke Metz. I mean, they look good, but they don't have experience. Neither does Caden Jones. Luke Metz could be one of those guys. People talking about Luke Metz as well. So, Luke Metz is good. Daryl Duke Johnson, good. Abdul Sanders, good. Abdul Sanders would be a name we need to add to this list, too. Yeah, and someone said, who said QB Reese? Those are some names. All the linebackers are going to be competitive. Super, super competitive to see who starts. But as we get to this next list, and it should be Caleb, not Kalen. Caleb Woodson from Virginia Tech. I'm telling you. What's up, Jay? Good morning to you, brother. Caleb Woodson did not come here. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's do another poll. So this poll that we're ending, will Rico Scott catch for more than 400 yards? 62% say yes. Wow. Dennis Wilson says, is it safe to say Bama's 26 ceiling is the Pop-Tart Bowl? What's up, Dennis? How you doing, bro? Okay, let me ask you on Caleb. All right, will Caleb Woodson start at linebacker for Alabama this season? All right. So pretty broad question, but I mean pretty straightforward too. Will Caleb Woodson start? I'm gonna say 1,000,000% yes. They needed a vet, right? They needed a vet, and I think he came here because he fits all the check marks of a guy that has experience, that has. I mean, shoot, I think the guy has like over 1,500 snaps at Virginia Tech. I'm gonna say yes. I don't. There's gonna be guys who are pushing him, but I think he's the guy. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, how's the audio on your side, bro? I know you're an audio engineer. We good? Does this sound good? Yeah, Ryan, hit me up, man. Because I'm always about like audio, so send me a note, bro. Here's my email. If anybody has to like contact me or just wants to say what's up, this is my email. I'm gonna drop it inside the comment box. I have a lot of people send me like stuff that I might have missed or whatever. It's cool. Like I'll get back to you when I can, but that's my email. It's my old email from the old job that I had. I'm never changing my email. Period. I have one email and it's linked to every single thing. I'm not getting 5 emails. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Ryan. You got Devin Tompkins coming over from you. You know what? I'm excited to see Devin Tompkins. I don't like 6'6", 285. Yes, please. He can play bandit and inside. Come on, yes, please. Jari Edwards, that has to be updated as well. Yeah, I don't know if we're sleeping on Jari Edwards. I really don't. I think Jari Edwards is like, I mean, he's going to play. He's going to play a lot. Right? He's coming in. See, Daniel, he has the same email for 30 years. 100%, bro. Right? I'm not trying to remember all those passwords, man. Man, so Devin Tompkins, I mean, excited to see him, not really sleeping on him. Jari Edwards, I disagree. I think we take him off this list. I don't think there's anybody sleeping on him. I think that this guy is going to be the guy that we expect him to be. How about, you know what? Xavier Griffin kind of made some headlines a couple days ago, right? And I think his mom said that he added, what, like 20 pounds or something like that? So that's great. I mean, I'm kind of surprised to hear it this early because, I mean, he just got here. But Xavier Griffin, yo, this kid is good. Where do you guys, let me ask you this. What position specifically do you have Xavier Griffin playing at? I was thinking about that. I don't, I think that, I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of an edge rusher. So I probably put him at that wolf position. But what about you? I mean, could you think about like the future of that wolf position? And man, shoot, you got uh man, Yanzi, Justin, and then Griffin. Are you kidding me? Yo, that's gonna be zero drop off. Justin Hill, that could be a name to add. Yo, Justin Hill, that kid, man, and you know what? I thought Noah Carter. I really felt I saw his trajectory going, but I do feel as good. This is how crazy Bama is. As good as Noah Carter was going to be, I do feel that Justin Hill kind of leapfrogged him. Right? I think he leapfrogged him. And would it be nice to have Noah Carter still here, in a rotational piece for sure? But Justin Hill, man, that guy is – I'm still shocked they got him. They pulled him right out of Ohio State's backyard. Crazy. Couple other guys. You got Terrence Green. I don't know if we're sleeping on him. Kind of excited. Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. This is that's an interesting name, Got into some off the field stuff. But a lot of talent, very physical. I kind of put Dre Kirkpatrick in that kind of excitement list. I think people are just more excited to see kind of him come back. I think people clearly know, who he is, what he's capable of. So I probably take him off the list. Like, I don't think people are sleeping on, some of these guys on the defensive side. Oh, wow. Wait, I didn't even know that. Is this true? Wait. Yo, Earl Little ended up at Ohio State? I don't like that. You're telling me that Ohio State in the offseason got James Smith, Quay Rusaw, and Earl Little Jr.? Huh. I don't like that. Yes. Yeah, Dre is back. Yes, for sure. 100%. It was probably hard for Yay Alabama to announce that he's coming back, but he announced on social media that he's coming back. Yeah. Yeah, and Max mentions too that Kedrick B. Jones was just granted a 7th year of eligibility, so he's a defensive lineman for Mississippi State that's over here. 7 years, bro. What was that dude from Clint Eastwood? See, that's what I said, Clint. I was like, I'm surprised people didn't say Derek Meadows. Ryan asked, where does Latham fit in? I don't know, bro. I think you have Latham, Yanzi, Justin Hill. I don't know. I don't see Latham playing that much. Who was that guy, though, that played 9 years? He was from Oregon State, remember? He played forever. Oh, man. All right. So that's kind of our list right here. I'll probably have a couple more additions, or I might talk about some of this stuff on Wake Up Bama for tomorrow. All right. So this is our raffle that we got going on this week. We'll spin the pinwheel. We'll spin the pinwheel. Family, what's going on? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. We got the pinwheel taking place on Friday, 10:45 a.m. Central Time. How to get into the raffle. $5 to Venmo, Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube, for a chance to win this Bama rope hat. Perfect for your weekend Saturdays to be able to hit the golf course. Your people want to know why you know so much about Alabama football. You could tell them because you listen to Wake Up Bama every single day at 4 a.m. So definitely get into the raffle. That is Venmo, Bama_YouTube. That is Cash App, Bama YouTube. Friday, 10:45 a.m. Central Time. Right here, Bama Football on YouTube. Is that too much for y'all? Is that too, is that overstimulating? Oh, man. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. And Super Chats get you in too. So, all right. Robert Bradley says a guy from Montana State just got his 9th year. 9th year? Man, that's crazy. All right. Let's see what else I got. Got a couple more things. I'm going to take your calls here in just a little bit too. So, you guys okay? Is everybody good? Anybody need a break? You guys fine? Sound like NFL Films guy? Yeah, we could turn the theater mode on real quick. It's not hard to do. So I was thinking about this, and I think I might discuss maybe this point and because I didn't realize we're already at 11. So what I think I might discuss on Thursday at this point in time is, and maybe this is kind of like a point to start thinking about for tomorrow's show, is that will Alabama have a better quarterback this season operating the offense than they have the last 2 seasons? That's an interesting question. And I was also asked, like, the community recently on Facebook, and they got into a huge war. I knew it was going to cause a war. I asked them, who's better as a quarterback between Ty Simpson and Jalen Milroe? Right? I don't know, something to think about as well. Amelia says, what's up for lunch today? Oh, I have been on ground turkey and sweet potato, a little bit of honey on top. Once I get like going on something, that's kind of like my jam for a while. So I'm actually at the point right now where I need to kind of switch it up a little bit. So, I went out yesterday and had, which I never do, but I went out and had some lunch by myself at a Mexican restaurant over here. Remember that? Remember, you know what? Well, we were talking about it. It was the carne asada. I went and had that yesterday. Do you all want to see it? Do you all? I have a picture. I take pictures of every single thing. Who wants to see this carne asada from yesterday? And then I'll take your guys' calls. So we have be thinking about this for tomorrow. Dan Caraway with the super chat. We got you inside the raffle, bro. Thank you so much for your support. And then we'll also be discussing on our Thursday show the profit and losses for Alabama athletics this past year. All right. Anna, what's up? Good to see you. Appreciate it. So the revenues, as you can see, for football, $147 million, $82 million in expenses. Come on. Look, $65 million in profit, right? Basketball, right? $24 million, $15 million in expenses. Some of these are wild. Like the one, like, man, like men's golf, that was $3.3 million, like, in expenses. And then the one that just is, man, that's wild to see is like women's basketball. Their revenue was less than $1 million, right? And the expenses 5.4. So we'll kind of think about those things tomorrow on the show. And then we'll also talk, man, I was going to talk about this too. Did you all see this? Someone from Auburn threw a shirt at Nate Oates after the game. Nate Oates in Alabama basketball won that game. You can now buy this shirt through Yay Alabama. It's an auction item. So I think like the bid for this, because Nate Oates signed it with the score, they put it in a Sharpie, and the team signed it. And now you can buy this shirt. Does it have Betty Occo? If it has Betty Occo, shoot, that would make it really interesting. I think it's like $1,300 right now. So, yeah, that's kind of where we stand. Coming up next, I'm going to take your calls. Let me get everything loaded. Don't go anywhere. I appreciate you guys being here, and be right back. Stay tuned for My Chemical picture. Bama Football on YouTube, brought to you by Kyle's Chemicals. Keeping you locked in during February, every single day, 10 a.m. Central Time, at 4 in the morning. Right here. Wake up, Bama. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Playoffs? All right, family. What's up? Thanks for being patient. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me on Wednesday's show. All right. See, that music, it gets Anna hyped up. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's funny, huh? I don't even know how we came across this song, but it kind of like fits, right? It fits perfectly. There couldn't be a better song for the Pinwheel, right? All right. Also, it's great for introductions, all right? So allow me to introduce the first caller of the show. He's calling from Montclair, New Jersey. Checking in, Chris Golden Mashed Potatoes from New Jersey. Welcome in, Chris. Yo, Chris, what's up, dog? Man.
Kyle, I played that call. You're the last intro to my wife, and I've had the same friend, from like Montclair High School. Like I can't get rid of them, and my, of course my wife went to Montclair High as well, so she knows all my friends. She's like, she's been telling me for years, you got to get rid of these people, you got to get rid of. And I played the intro. She's like, Kyle, that's the guy you got to be your friend. I said, well, you're right with that intro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, happy Wednesday to you, my friend. By the way, this was the worst winter in my entire life up in New Jersey.
Oh no.
It was like 0, 5, 7, and on Saturday night, my wife and I went out to eat at like 5:00, and it was like, that was right when it was like 0 and like 40-mile-an-hour wind. It was like 20 below zero. I mean, I was like nuts. I mean, so and Kyle, on Monday, right when the weather was breaking and the weather was, I guess the weather was going up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
We made it. I had a broken pipe.
Oh my goodness. No.
Son of a gun. Yeah. Well, you know what? It must have been frozen. We didn't know. And when it unfroze is when it burst.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what happened. So, luckily I know a great plumber, and he was able to come over and fix it. But oh my God, Kyle. So anyway, it's like 35, 40 degrees here. It feels like summertime. You can wear shorts outside at 40. Anyway, I wanted to say, I think the sleeper of this entire class is Woodson, and I think there's a chance that he could be named captain before the season starts. That's my prediction. That's my Wednesday frozen pipe prediction, Kyle.
Wow, I like that. Yeah, Chris's frozen pipe prediction. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad if you want to give your plumber a shout out. I mean, shoot, we have other fans in New Jersey, right?
Hey, by the way, Rocketown just wrote, a plumber in New Jersey is not what you think. You guys are watching too many mob movies. Come on.
No, see, and that you know what? And that's what happened to the whole state of New Jersey, to the rest of the country. It's just the mob. That's it. Period. So,
everybody's in the mafia.
100%.
I wish I was in the mafia. I would be the lead sponsor on your. It would be Modica Waste Management.
100%. Yeah, this would be the waste. This would be the waste management call-in line. Yeah. So no, totally get it, bro. Yeah. Anything else, Chris?
No, I just wanted to chime in. Kyle, so what's the temp down there by you guys, by the way?
Oh my God. It's hot. It's too hot lately. 66 degrees. Man, this morning for workout is 50. Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
Yeah, 100%. So people walking around in their bathing suits and stuff like that. Yeah, take it easy, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Well, I guess you're going to have to put your air conditioner on. So,
yikes.
All right, brother. You have happy hump day. My best to you. My best to you on the feed. Roll Tide, brother.
Take it easy. Roll Tide to you. All right, Chris from New Jersey. We go right to Cody from Crestview coming up next. Cody from Crestview. All right, let's do it. Cody?
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
Dude, it's going really well. Welcome to the program, Cody.
Look, I gotta agree with Chris. From New Jersey.
Yeah.
With, Caleb Woodson as a sleeper. Him, Terrence Green, and Devin Tompkins. Like those two are my boys.
Yeah.
Like those
yeah.
Devin Tompkins and Tim King. Those are my boys. Them three are about sleepers for the defense. Offensively, I think people are sleeping on Austin Mack and Derek Meadows, but mostly Austin Mack because when he came out of high school, he was a coveted 4-star quarterback out of high school. And people really see, if you see his footage, his actual footage it beats most 4-star quarterbacks and 5-star quarterbacks like Sam Levitt and possibly like Hussein Longstreet from who's at LSU with Sam Levitt.
Yeah.
But there's other people that basically, I mean, Austin Mack outbeats him by like accuracy, throwing, awareness, pocket pressure as a 6'6" quarterback. But a lot of this is this. You know who he's actually equivalent to?
Who's that? Cody? Yo, did Cody get sniped? Cody. What happened to Cody? Yo, what a cliffhanger. What a cliffhanger. Cody, bro, call back, dude. Holy cow. Cody, are you okay? Man, that was a wild outro. Cody, you know what Cody just became, fam? We just found out Cody's nickname. Cody the Cliffhanger. Cody the Cliffhanger from Crestview. Man, coming to you from Crestview, Florida. Cody the Cliffhanger. Ah. All right, 770. Let's do it.
This is me, Lucas.
Yes.
Calling from Georgia.
Let's go, Lucas. Man, you know what, bro? Sometimes I feel like Cody spawns into Lucas. So, Lucas, bro, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you being here. Come with it, man.
All right. I mean, I want to tell everybody, do not rush Keelan Russell to this yet. I know we want Keelan Russell to start over Austin Mack, but don't rush it, please. Let him get plenty of reps he can get, because I want to tell you, when you put Keelan Russell in this year and he struggles, you're going to say, oh my word. No, let's put in Austin Mack then. And so do not rush this process. Right now, let's go with Austin Mack. Like Austin Mack finishes this season with Alabama. Maybe hope he does good and goes to the NFL. Then the next season, Keelan Russell takes over. But I mean, let's don't rush it. How many reps Keelan Russell could get, the better he would get. The better. I'm telling you. Because look what Ty Simpson did. He sat for 4 years and he got started and he left. Same thing with Matt Jones. 4 years. So this is if I was this rate you turn, do not rush the kid too soon to start. Let him get reps. Let's go with Austin Mack.
Yeah.
And just kind of go with it.
I'm so curious to see the quarterback battle. Do you have any thoughts on Jet Damala or Taden Kahawa?
Well, Jet Damala right now, when I've been hearing from that quarterback room, every player is bought into Austin Mack, Keelan Russell, and Jet Damala. All right now, they both got the locker room right now. Because I send pictures all over Facebook and say, I am happy about this quarterback room. So right now, the locker room with the quarterbacks is good. Right now. There was no drop-off. There was no drop-off there.
Love it. And what do you think about the new, what do you think about the new quarterback coach, Brian Ellis, kind of being back there now?
I want to believe it or not, I like him better than Nick Sheridan because I think he's more smarter and Nick Sheridan because he's got more thews than Nick Sheridan does. And he's been look at places he has been over the years. I mean, he has done well at quarterback.
Yeah.
So I do like his game.
Anything else, Lucas?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, that is me, Lucas. You know how he always says, "This is me, Lucas." So this is me, Lucas, and then Cody the Cliffhanger. Man, the names, bro. Chris Golden, mashed potatoes, right? Jamie Gunther, what's up, man? I appreciate you. That is This is me, Lucas, who just called in. All right. I appreciate you guys joining the program today. Thank you so much. This is Freestyle Wednesday, right? As you guys call into the show, this is where we just kind of celebrate live. And if you're like really intertwined in the call-in show, it's honestly comedy because of all the things that are tied in together, right? I mean, it couldn't be better with Cody, right? A little fumble. We're going to bring back on Cody. It looks like he checked back in, by the way. And then what was the great thing is who jumped on the fumble was Lucas. Out of everybody in the entire world, it was Lucas. This is me, Lucas, jumped on the fumble, and he ran with it. So now we go back to the phone lines. Cody, I see you inside the call log. Stay tuned. But we'll go to Jay from Pensacola. Let's see where he's on the road right now. Jay, what's up, brother?
How's it going, Kyle? How are you today?
It's going amazing, bro. It's going too well. So I want to know this. Where are you on the road right now? Where are you driving through?
Ironic. I actually coming through Pensacola right now.
You're going through Pensacola? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
What?
Because I had I switched companies back to the company I was with, and I had no going to Miami.
Oh,
so I went to Miami.
Yeah.
And Miami may be good for vacation wise.
Yeah.
But Miami, Orlando drivers, I can't stand them.
Oh man, yeah. That's what you said. You said Florida was really difficult to kind of navigate through, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
How's the transmission? How's the truck? How's the truck running?
What happened to Cody?
Well, Cody was on.
The truck was fine now.
Okay, truck's working fine.
No, I'm saying when Cody happened, when Cody line messed up, it hung up on me too.
Really?
Somehow it hung up on me too. I had to call back.
Huh. Wow. Maybe internal, lightning.
I don't know what happened.
Lightning must have struck. I don't know. Okay, so welcome, Jay, from Pensacola. He's in Pensacola, but he's on the program. So come with it, Jay. What you got, bro?
First I want to say Chris ain't fooling nobody. Chris in the jersey, he's in the mob. He can't tell us he's in the mob, but he's in the mob.
100%.
I'm not care what you're saying.
100% agree.
He's in the mob.
100% agree.
I love you, Chris. I love you, Chris.
Yeah. Me too.
Hey, for I stay in Pensacola, Chris. Just let you know. Not in Texas, Pensacola. Just let you know. For the quarterback room. So upon your question that you posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
About Ty and Jalen Milroe. Hypothetically speaking, before Keaton Russell came, Master Max still here. If Ty would have had a second year, I think it would have been. I think it would have been better than Jalen Milroe's first year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Jalen Milroe's first year was better than the second year.
Huh.
So I mean, we may never know. I feel like Ty would have got better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had an offensive line, but one thing I will say about Jalen Milroe was tougher, because when he got hit multiple times, he got back up, and quarterback these days ain't doing it.
Well, you know what? A commonality that Jalen Milroe and Ty shared was the toughness. I mean, I never saw Milroe. I never saw him stay on the ground ever, right?
Ever.
And then Ty, man, he got. I mean, that guy got tagged. I mean, but he popped up. I mean, he played with. You saw those injuries he played with, right? He even played with like gastritis or something like that. Uromyositis.
Exactly.
What did he have? Yeah, he had all sorts of stuff, man, and he still played. That guy, and think about all of the shots to the dome that he took against Auburn. Every single shot that he had against Auburn, there was to the temple, bro.
Yes. I feel like my sleeper, for the whole season would be Derek Meadows. I ain't high on Derek Meadows.
There you go.
Like a lot of people, like Derek Meadows, not my sleeper. I don't have a sleeper defense. I feel like the whole defense is gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But my defense riser would be Justin Hill. He's my defense riser. That guy
Yo,
he's good.
I agree, man. Justin Hill, that is the guy. Like, okay, we got Yanze Pierre, and clearly he is the man. But like, man, we cannot sleep. Like having him and Justin Hill, definitely a blessing for the defense. Anything else, Jay?
No, that is it, Kyle. I want to say I love you, Kyle.
Yeah,
God's the greatest.
brother. Yep.
Keep up the good work, Kyle.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, God is the greatest, man. Jay from Pensacola, right now, driving through. Stay safe on the road, brother. Thanks for calling in. All right, we got some, man, we always call explosive super chats, like explosive plays, anything over like 20 yards plus. We got 2 explosive plays kind of here in the second half of the show, right? This has been a second half game. The first half, it was 0, right? We were kind of living. And then the second half, though, we've been able to, we chipped away. And we got a big explosive play by Anna, right? And she says, keep the call-in line going. Of course, as you know, I pay for the call-in line, like specifically. So I really appreciate that. It costs about like $40 per show, actually, to run the call-in line. Probably like $35 is probably more like realistic when I stay on for about an hour. And then on top of that, so thank you, Anna. And then Michael doubled up with the big explosive, right? We're almost into the end zone. And Michael says this, just want to say this is my favorite part of the show, and thank you so much. High energy in here. Roll Tide, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much. And that's the thing. I love it. I mean, it's great. I see my people in the morning that I work out with. I see my kids, and then the other people that I interact with is literally you, right? I work from home, so it's like these are my people. All right, so coming back, we got Cody, the cliffhanger from Crestview, Part 2. Cody, you good, bro?
Hello
What's
again,
up?
Kyle.
What's up, Cody?
Yeah, sorry, my dad went from like 4 to 2 bar and then just cut off. I don't know why. It's probably just construction around my area and all that stuff.
What service do you have? Do you still have Cricket?
I have AT&T.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to have
AT&T.
the best dad in the world.
Yeah. Is AT&T the best?
Yeah, I got more. But see, if you are a senior citizen, you get the over 60 plus, you get $50 a month for a line. But
wait, you're not. Cody, you're not 60 years old.
No, my mother is.
Yeah, I was like this.
My mother has that family plan.
I was like, there's no way in hell that you're 60 years old.
That would be 50. I'm 27.
There you go.
No, but it's unlimited calls, unlimited data, unlimited internet, stuff like that for $50 a month for senior citizens. So it works out. But anyway, I mentioned about Austin Mack. The only thing with Austin Mack, do you know which quarterback fits Austin Mack, but is a little bit better? But Austin Mack beats his film from high school.
Yeah, who's that?
Kyle?
Who's that?
Bryce Underwood.
Ooh, okay.
You look at that 5-star. You look at Bryce Underwood's film. It don't impress me, but you look at Austin Mack's film. He's more tight on the spiral.
Yeah.
His awareness is better than Bryce Underwood. I don't know if they fabricated Bryce Underwood's film to make him look like the number 1 quarterback of that year. But I think Austin Mack, like when you look at size and weight and everything else, he's better than a Bryce Underwood if you look at that stuff. But I mean, Derek Meadows. Hey, we got Sedarian Morgan and Derek Meadows. I don't know how Derek Meadows is not 5-star for being that kind of height, because he's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Because we got so many guys in our roster right now that are literally 5-star talent. The ratings pretty much doesn't matter. I feel like we know that Lachlan Brooks, he's not a 3-star recruit. This guy's a 5-star recruit. Look at London Simmons. Some people say, "Oh, this is a 3-star." He's becoming a rush shot as a big man over 300 pounds. Because I still think we got some 3-stars that are like top notch. Look at coming next year, you got Keon's brother Amari, and then you're gonna get Xavier Stab in 2027. Amari Stab's only a 3-star, but he looks like a 4 or 5-star recruit wide receiver as an athlete. So, thoughts on that, Kyle? Because we got some 5-star dogs in Alabama, even though they may look like the 3 stars, but we got some 5-star talent.
Yeah.
And we're ready for the first of the game. And I'm gonna bring that physicality in the first of the game when we keep doing these call-in shows.
Love it, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling. Yeah, I'll answer on the other line, man. Thank you so much, Cody. I'm glad you're able to call back, bro. Keep that AT&T signal strong, and the cliffhanger.
I'm all right, y'all.
Do you like that? Do you like that name?
All right, y'all.
Yeah, man. Well, you
can come up with any other name for me. I don't care.
That's right. Yeah. Well, you're the cliffhanger now. So,
fine.
All right.
I'm fine, y'all. The insurance ain't paying for this all, so it won't cover my accident for becoming a cliffhanger. I'm fine.
All right, man. Take it easy, Cody, the cliffhanger.
All right,
man. Take it easy. Remember, what was that? What's the movie Cliffhanger with, what was Sylvester Stallone's name in the movie? Cliffhanger, right? The film. Dang, yo, that movie was in 1993? Are you kidding me? Oh, so Sylvester Stallone, his name was Gabe Walker. You remember this movie? Who's seen this? You guys aren't old enough, are you? Remember? It was a good movie. In the very first scene, he was like trying to save that guy's, like his friend's wife, right? And he was like holding her. It was a very dramatic opening. And then that I guess like the carabiner kind of like popped off and yeah, wild. Okay, cliffhanger. So Cody, we go from Cody the cliffhanger to we have a 901. Hey.
Jarvis.
Hey.
Jarvis from Houston.
Jarvis, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Cal? What's happening?
How you doing, bro? You doing all right?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's a lovely day outside in Houston. You know, it's cloudy. It's a little, rainy, but for the most part, man, I'm blessed. I went walking this morning. Feel great. About to start work on this some of these claims, and then, continue to watch your show. And, man, hey, roll Tide.
Yeah, tonight, Alabama versus Ole Miss tonight. You got some basketball at 6 o'clock. The team's going to be without Bediako. We'll see how that goes. And we'll move forward with the Alabama basketball team. With that said, we got Jarvis calling in from H-Town. And come with him, man. Yeah, welcome to the program.
Cal, I just wanted to talk about the upcoming season. I know you had a list of the offense as far as a prediction of what you think we may have on the offensive side and the defensive side. And when I took a look at everything, I want everybody to take a close look at the defensive. When it comes to them linebackers, from Luke to Caden, go watch their high school highlights. Dogs. I've been waiting on them to get on the field since last season.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was going to see both of them.
Yeah.
But Luke, man, that kid is a dog.
Yep.
Caden, a dog.
Yep.
I understand we got the Virginia Tech linebacker coming in with some experience.
Yep.
But, man, I really want them two guys to start. I really want them two guys to push towards as far as fighting for their linebacker position and get some playing time. And then on the offensive side, I feel that we have the running backs. If you watch the games last year when we didn't do a good job running the ball from the shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when we was on the center, watch those highlights. Those guys was able to open up holes. Just so having some of the running backs didn't pick the right holes to hit. But Kevin Riley, man, that kid got a once cut. He's gone.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept playing him. I know he had some injury last year, but I felt that he was the most productive as far as the smallest out of all the running backs. He was the most productive and the fastest. Now, when it comes to our other running back, Hill, if he can drop some weight and pick up some speed, and I think he'll be a good running back. But as far as AK Deer, I think we have the running backs, and AK Deer, he's going to have a full spring of weightlifting, when it comes to dieting and all that, and strength and conditioning. He's going to be a good running back coming next year. The two running backs I want to see starting, Kevin Riley and AK Deer. I like Hill. Hill got the body type, but if Hill can pick up some speed, I think he'll be a good running back for us. But I feel that we do have the skill guys, and I know everybody want to see Russell. Don't get me wrong, Russell got a spin on the ball like no other.
Yeah,
I love the way the kid throw. He can throw the deep ball. He can throw the short balls as well. But when it comes to Austin Mack, I feel I like Austin Mack better, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Austin Mack has the not only the body type, but he's been in the system a long time. He know what Kellen DeBoer expects, and I feel it's his time to shine. The kid is mobile. He can run the ball. I've seen that. He can run the ball, and he can stretch the play, okay? He has a big arm, but I feel like moving forward, I think Austin Mack ready. I think he's ready to take over and shine right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to hear people talking about Austin Mack a little bit. Earlier on the show, it's like I want to be able to talk about the quarterbacks, and at the end of the day, I think it was Hacker Music who said this. I just want the best guy to be able to play and be able to lead this team. If that's Austin Mack, let's get behind him, right? There's nothing wrong with letting a guy get developed, right? We don't want to rush. You can't rush development, right? So let's just see how it plays. And Austin Mack, he's been in the system within 4 years. If he's the better man for the job, and we kind of feel that way out of spring or whatever, let's get behind him and support him and kind of see where the chips fall. Anything else, Jarvis, that you have, bro?
That's it. Roll Tide.
All right, roll Tide to you, man. Yep, take it easy, brother. Thanks for calling in. All right, that's Jarvis from Houston, and now we take let's see. We'll take what airline could we take? What airline is flying out of Houston these days? The most popular one. How would we get to Kentucky? How would we get from Houston? I guess would we go from Houston Hobby? I guess now we're talking like or Houston International. I don't know. How would we fly, and how would we get to Kentucky? I don't know. Maybe Mike could tell us. Let's see. Mike out in Kentucky. Mike, what's up?
What's going on, Kyle?
How would we get to
rocking.
How would we get from Houston to Kentucky? What airline?
Hey, man, I'll just send the Hawker up and pick you up personally.
There you go. All right. Yeah, there you go. All right. People saying Southwest, sure. Southwest, they have your own seats now. You're like assigned seats. Crazy world. Welcome, Mike from Kentucky. Thanks for joining us, bro. Good to hear from you.
Hey, man, a lot of interesting calls, but I think it all boils down to one thing, and I said it before and I'll say it again. If we don't get the O-line fixed, I don't care if they put Tom Brady in the backfield. I mean, the great O-line rebuild experiment better be successful, or it's going to be more of the same, But I mean, I heard we got a pretty good kid out of Michigan, a pretty good kid out of Texas, and we got an old man out of Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They're giving him 7th-year eligibility. That's crazy. That blows my mind, but whatever.
Well, no, so to be clear, Mike, we got two guys from Mississippi State, okay? Javen James is the tackle from Mississippi State. And on the defensive side, defensive tackle that's your guy who got 7 years, which is Kedrick B. Jones. So I know there's there's two new Bulldogs on the roster, right? We're like 5% Bulldog on this team now. So that's your guy. But still, I get what you're saying. 7 years, bro. 7 years. And think about this. Think about this, family. You have 2 7-year players because I think Jamirian Latham, right? He's in his 7th year too. 7 years, Mike. 7 years in college.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's the way Indiana did it. Their average age of their players on their team this year was like 24 years old. I mean, a 24-year-old can whoop a 5-star 18-year-old most of the time. People don't think that's true, but
No, it is.
Yeah, unless
100%.
you're Bo Jackson or
So
somebody.
so let me ask you this, Mike. Do you think that in terms of like development, in terms of like where kind of college football is, it's better to just kind of get the older type players and kind of shift away from the 17 and 18-year-olds? Like, how do you think that's going to look for? Is Alabama still playing the development game? I kind of feel that they are, to be honest. When other teams are starting to play the more rental player type deal. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I was thinking about that the other day, Kyle, and they've got to get a handle on the transferring. I think if you recruit a kid and invest a couple of years in him and he becomes a starter, I think all projected starters, there should be a date where a coach puts out his projected starter list. If you're a projected starter, you're not eligible for transfer unless it's like family hardship, something serious. Like, your mom dies or your dad dies and you want to go back to Atlanta to play for the Bulldogs because your mom's living at home alone or something. So it's got to be something for real serious. But, I mean, I don't think starters should be eligible because, I mean, who can develop depth now? You take a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid, develop him for 2 or 3 years, and then somebody offers him a couple $1 million, boom, he's gone. I mean, it makes coaching impossible. It just really does. If they put some kind of stipulation on that, I think that would save the high school football recruiting because, I mean, unless you're just top dog, big dong daddy, it's going to be hard to get a scholarship out of high school the way they're trending towards the 23, 24-year-old kids that have already proved they can play at the D1 level.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about that too in terms of like roster management and how you're going to utilize all these players and what's the best way to do it. I don't know. I think we're going to have more
too big a risk.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have more data points at the end of this season because whoever wins the national title this coming year, and if it's the same type of formula and the same type of metrics that happened this past year is kind of more veteran teams, then I think we can all understand. We're like, all right. The method is, you got to go out and get the veterans. And that's got to be a part of your large format. And look, if you don't have the same continuity with the roster, I mean, what's more important, the continuity or winning? Winning is the most important thing, period. So that's kind of the model you might have to adapt. And we'll see how Alabama kind of handles that this year. Anything else, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think the transfer portal should be for kids that aren't getting on the field, that think they could have a better opportunity somewhere else. And I get that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get on the field. But if you're a projected starter, I don't think somebody needing a running back should be able to come in and snatch AK Deer off your roster just because they offer him a couple $1 million. I mean, that's where I'm drawing the line on that. That's what I was trying to say. Well, I'm gonna let somebody else talk, man. Roll Tide.
All right, man. Take it easy, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
All
right, man. Good stuff out from Mike in Kentucky. Yeah, thank you so much, family. I appreciate you guys joining us today on Bama Football on YouTube during our Wednesday show during February 11th. All right, tonight 6 p.m. I mean, you guys have said it. All right, so be here for the watch along. For basketball as Alabama takes on Ole Miss, and that should be an exciting game. I hadn't even seen what the line is on this game, but I know that Sleeper had it as Alabama is clearly the favorite, which is I think the obvious. So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for the big super chats, Michael and Anna. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tonight 6 p.m. Central Time for Alabama and Ole Miss. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday news as it happens. See you on the Facebook page as well. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope that you have an amazing lunch hour and all your dreams come true. And thank you for all the callers, whether you're from New Jersey, Crestview, Kentucky, Houston, wherever you're calling in from. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next show. And once again, thank you very much for supporting the program, Bama Football on YouTube. All right. From beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this beautiful Wednesday, February 11th, Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. See you, fam.